Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. God has hidden unlimited treasures in His Word. Every time we open it, we can discover a new treasure, or admire an old one. What will we find today? Let's dig in. Here's Carla Early with Treasure Hunt in the Word.
Jesus came to seek and to save the lost, and that's everyone. But have you noticed that those He hung around most were outcasts? Those on the periphery of society, shunned by others, unwanted, rejected. He chose stinky fishermen and a hated tax collector as His disciples instead of learned scholars or rabbis. He actually touched lepers when He healed them. And that woman with the blood issue, who others considered unclean and untouchable, Jesus commended her faith in touching Him when others would have shied away or condemned her. He made a special point to meet that Samaritan woman at the well and have a spiritual conversation with her, which would have shocked and surprised the disciples and anyone else who heard about it. Afterward, He stayed in that Samaritan town and taught, in a time when any other Jew of good standing would have gone hours out of their way to go around the whole area of Samaria. He didn't care about his social standing. Instead, He sought out hurting people who needed His touch. The blind, lame, sick, poor, and sinners like prostitutes, demoniacs, prodigals. He went out of His way to heal the man at the pool of Bethesda, to hold and bless children, to commend the widow who gave only 2 mites, to love the unlovely and care for those who had been cast aside. He loved a hated tax collector and even responded to the faith of a Roman centurion and the Gentile woman who asked Him for healing. He broke down barriers and saw people for who they really were, and He loved them anyway. I'm sure Jesus' compassion toward the outcasts of His day shocked and surprised everyone. The in-crowd of scribes and Pharisees accused Him of hanging out with tax collectors and sinners. They just couldn't figure Him out. But it shouldn't have shocked them if they'd known the Lord. The God who sent Jesus to earth as Emmanuel was the same God who saw Hagar in the desert and encouraged her. He was the same God who claimed a nation of slaves and made them His chosen people, who sent spies to Rahab, a prostitute, and brought Ruth, a pagan, out of Moab, so both of them could become part of His special people. He called Gideon, a scared farmer, the lowest man on the totem pole, to lead His people into battle. This was the same God who made a shepherd boy a king and chose a poor carpenter from a podunk town of Nazareth to be the earthly father of His Son. God loves outcasts, the unimportant, invisible, unwanted people of the world. Maybe you're one of those, or you were before the Lord chose you as His own. Maybe you feel unworthy of His attention and care. Well, let me assure you, you are unworthy. We all are. But the amazing, most awesome thing is that God loves us anyway. He seeks us out, finds us in the mud somewhere. He cleans us up and makes us His own, if we let Him. As Isaiah 42:3 says, "A bruised reed He will not break, and a smoking flax He will not snuff out." His love and compassion reaches out to each one of us. Therefore, our love and compassion should reach out to those in our society who've been shunned, neglected, and rejected too. Who can you pass on God's love to today?
As always, we'd love to hear from you. If you'd like to share a treasure, support this ministry, or get Carla to speak at an event, please contact us at treasurehuntinthe.word@gmail.com. You can listen to other episodes on our website, which you can find in the description below. Thanks for listening, and have a great day.